Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. I'm not done with my bowl predictions, but I want to make a little quick video. I picked Georgia over Ohio State, but as we all know, I like to give case and scenario videos on how the underdog, or the team at least that I didn't pick, can win the game. Talent-wise, Ohio State can win this game. They can beat anybody in the country. I know they lost embarrassingly to Michigan in embarrassing fashion, but you got to understand, Ohio State's a good football team. They're going to show up ready to compete. They're going to play their best football regardless of who plays at receiver. I know Njigba's hurt. He's been hurt all year. He's not playing. I'm not going to say he doesn't want to play. He's probably had problems all year. So shout out to him. I hope he does well. For Ohio State to win this game, this offense, I would say they need to play slow. They don't need to play fast. They need to keep Georgia's defense on the field as much as possible. Because even though Georgia's defense is dangerous, their biggest weakness all year has been giving up passing yards. They haven't been run through up front. That's not an issue. And luckily for Ohio State, they're a passing team. They got one of the best quarterbacks in the country in C.J. Stroud. Clearly a first-round pick, NFL draft pick, talent caliber quarterback. A guy who's very dangerous. I'm surprised hasn't won a Big Ten or a national championship at some point in his career. He definitely deserves it. C.J. Stroud's really good. He'll be able to pick apart any defense, and I don't think Georgia's will be any different for the most part. The question will be, can Ohio State block up front enough? I don't think they'll be able to win the line of scrimmage with Georgia. But if I'm Ohio State, you got, again, slant passes, you got crossing routes, you got play action fakes that you could use with CJ. He's a good athlete. He can run and get you a first down if he needs to. You could call screen plays. I don't think Ohio State does a lot of those. They like to take downfield shots with CJ Stroud. I will call some of those and throw off Georgia. That way Georgia's like, wait a second, these guys throw downfield. They're doing screen passes? By the time they figure that out, you can take shots downfield and then pick them apart like that. LSU did it. And I know LSU's not a great team this year. They're a good football team. But Ohio State has talent just like they do at wide receiver, if not better. So they should be able to do the same minus the turnovers. And again, make sure your kicks don't get blocked. You know, if that kick six didn't happen, that'd be a closer game, by the way. It'd be 43-30, but it is what it is. Georgia's a better team. Defensively, Ohio State has to play physical. They got to win the turnover battle. They can pick off Stetson Bennett if they wanted to. Not pick on, but pick off. Pick them off. The defensive line that they have is pretty good. They have a guy named Chambers who plays defensive end or linebacker. He's really good. He has to be a factor up front. I don't think they can stop Georgia's offense from running down the field and throwing, but I think they can slow them down to a couple of field goals in this game. So if Ohio State does all these things, I'm not surprised if they win a football game against Georgia. I know it's in Atlanta, but it's very possible. Again, you can't count anybody out in the playoffs. It's very possible. I might make a TCU-Michigan game too. Case scenario how TCU can win. I don't know if I'm going to, but I might do that because anything's possible. But yeah, Ohio State has the talent to pull this off. So realistically, even as a Michigan fan, I got to put all jokes aside and everything. I don't care what happened in the Michigan game. Anything can happen. Ohio State's a dangerous team. They got a lot of talent. They just got embarrassed by Michigan. And I'm pretty sure that they're determined to make sure that they're not going to waste this opportunity to beat Georgia and make it to the national championship to play, whether it's Michigan or TCU. Remember, they were the favorite to win the whole thing at one point, so it can always very well happen. I don't think so, but it can happen.